Hi y'all, it's me. I'm back to share with you some projects I did for a swap that Bona hosted over at my scraproom.ning.com. Bona is our guest hostess for the month. Thank you so much, Bona. She was going to have us do tags, so she paired us up with partners, and my partner is Amy, who is Sasha Rose 7 here on YouTube. Hi Amy, if you don't want to see your tags, I suggest you turn off the video. Because I'm going to show them before I mail your tags. I have to do some other videos, so I want to get going on them. Anyhow, so now that Amy's not watching, let me tell you what we had to do. We had to do 2 tags. They had to be a 4x8 tag, and they had to use the Prima Doll stamps, which I'm sure you've all seen. These are the 2 that I'm using. We had to use streamers, and I'm using, I did use those. We had to use modeling paste, which I was totally against because I don't like mixed media stuff. It's not my thing. So, but I used it anyhow because that was part of the agreement. We had to use a charm, I think flowers, and I think that's it. So, oh, no, I lied. We had to use Prima paper. So, since there were 2 tags, I decided on 2 collections. One of them would be Sweet Fairy, and the other would be Melody. The first tag I'm going to show you is using the Sweet Fairy. And what I did for my tags was I used the Prima tags that are made for the doll stamps, and I used 2 of them back to back so that the tags would be firmer. I also sandwiched in between the 2 layers trim, which you'll see in just a moment. So without further ado, this is my first tag, and I have to tell you, I went and thunk outside of the box for this one because my girls needed to be doing something or somewhere, and so I decided to make them be in Paris. And this girl is my first tag, and I'm sorry, it's big and it's hard to fit it all in one frame, so I'm gonna just move it slowly so you can check it out, and then we'll come close for details. So basically what I did was, as I said, I sandwiched 2 tags together, so I put the trim in between, which you can see there on the edge. I added some of the paper in the background here, and then I used the modeling paste on top, which was tinted with acrylic paint to match the color scheme going on. Up here you'll see that I have a Stampin' Up! Ribbon, which is my absolute favorite, and it's in my hoard vault, but I pulled some out for this. And this beautiful, beautiful bling that I got. This was actually a dollar ring, and I took it apart and just used that part for it. It's gorgeous. It matches the girl's dress really pretty. There's some baker's twine here. And then these flowers are from Misty, who is Shabby Beautiful here on YouTube. Hi Misty. And these are these little pearl thingies you see, those are from sprays from Joann's. So I just tucked those in around, and you'll see those more as we go through. The pearl beads that you see here, those are from Want to Scrap. I just randomly put them around. And then now you're going to see the girl, and oh, I had so much fun doing her. I wanted my girl to appear very dimensional, so she actually comprised of 3 layers of dolls that I layered and sandwiched with pop dots. I added a pearl strand for her necklace. I stamped her actually on a tag first for her body, and then I cut her out. That's how I got the text on her body. It's from an actual tag. So I colored her hair with Prisma pencils, and her headband is cut from the paper collection. I added some little, oh, right there, little pearl blingy stuff there. And then I did her dress out of the fairy paper collection. And I wanted to extend her dress longer, so I stamped it on the paper and then made it longer than the actual dress because I wanted it to be, you know, I wanted to spread out the pattern of her dress. In the background I used a building. It's a shop in Paris, and she is out doing her shopping. So I thought this was such a fun idea because your girls can go anywhere. My girls are going to do a lot of traveling when I make more tags, so I chose to this time have them in Paris. And so down here on this corner you can see the flowers I've added. Most all of these are from Misty, with the exception of these 2. Those are from my stash, and then those are from Joann's. And they just look so lovely, and I used diamond dust on top of them with some glue to give them that icy, frosty, pretty look. They're just gorgeous. and Misty sells them, so you might want to check them out. Anyway, I continued and I did her shoes. They're colored down there. You can't hardly see them, but actually I paper pieced them. And then I made this little, let me go this way. I made this little gift bag. I used some of the button twine for the handles, and this is where I incorporated the paper streamer. It looks like the tissue in her shopping bag, and she's been to the Eiffel Tower, and so she was taking back some statues for her family and friends, and they happened to be in the way of my charms. I figured those would be her. That's a way I could put the charms on here, is that they were her statues that she bought as souvenirs. So there's a couple in there, and then basically that's the front there. I did use, as I said, the modeling paste here, and you'll see it again on the back in just a moment. So there you go with that. I love having the scenery in the background. To me, it makes such a impact on these dolls. And then on the back here, you can see where I've used the modeling paste there, and I've also used it down here. And to do that, I used a Martha Stewart mini doily, and I laid it down and did the modeling paste on top of it. I also stamped my name and stuff there. I added some of Misty's flowers here, and I made the paper be the sort of the place, the belly band, if you will, that holds this tag. I figured she could have a tag to write on. Has some seam binding. So that's number one, and I love it. I almost don't want to give it away, Amy. Anyway, I really hope she likes it, because I had such a blast making it. The dolls are so much fun. It takes me back to my childhood. I used to do paper dolls all the time. So now my next one, my girl is visiting Paris still, and she's actually visiting the Eiffel Tower. So I used the Melody collection for her, and let me start at the top again. I sandwiched the tags with the trim in between, as you can see there, and I added my Stampin' Up! Ribbon, really gorgeous in pink, and then some seam binding that I dyed with Glimmer Miss Patina. These flowers are from Misty, and the leaves are from a Martha Stewart punch, the rose leaf, and I punched it out of the Melody paper that matched her outfit because I didn't want the greens to be different. This is where I've incorporated the streamer. I made a flower with it, and I glued this pearl on with some stickles. I made another one here and another one right down here at the bottom. And then for the picture in the background, it was from the internet. I used some Prisma pencils, colored pencils, and Gamsol to color in the cherry blossoms. I wanted some pink color there, and it needed it. I wanted that to be the, forefront, so that's why I did that. I added Want to Scrap bling, and then over here in the background you can kind of see the modeling paste. I tinted with Martha Stewart satin paint to give it this sheer color. I did it over here as well. And then with the girl, the same thing happened. I layered her numerous times to get the dimension. I used a Prima flower and a little pearl that I colored with my Spectrum Noir markers. I extended the length of her shirt because I wanted to put a belt on her that I cut out of the same paper collection as her skirt. And then while we're up here, she was also stamped on a tag first. That's why she has text on her, and I rosied up their cheeks just a little. You can hardly notice it, but for her charm, it's a camera, because she's, let me see, right there. She's out sightseeing, so I wanted her to have a camera with her. And then if you look at her skirt, I have the layers done in a way that it looks like the ruffle part of her skirt is actually underneath. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to create a lot of dimension with them. And so then on this side, I used some of Misty's flowers, the cherry blossoms, the leaves again, and another of that flower there. And I think it's just lovely. I want to make my girls travel the world. I can't wait to come up with more, because it was so much fun to create. Let me show you the back side of this one. As you can see, I didn't do a whole lot to this one. I did do a lot of the texture paint in the back just to give it some dimension, and my signature stamped down at the bottom. And so there you have it. Those are my two tags that I made for Bonus Swap and for my partner Amy. I hope she loves them, and I hope I've inspired you to try to think outside of the box and create something special and fabulous with your girl stamps. I just had a blast. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.